Hello. What's up? Uh-oh, Issa. Maybe read the book while watching the stream.
8 seconds. 12 seconds.
What's up, Blackbird? And Vinny and Cube. Yo, this guy. Fellow Blindfold fan. I'll be right back. Noise. What's up, James? How's the cat? She's good. I don't know where she is right now. Oops. Just chilling. Oh my god. I'm gonna do 3 more. An actual 3 line. God, that should have been so much better. Most looking forward to at Nets? Well, I'll be staying with my half-sister who I haven't seen since I was like 15, so that'll be cool. Haven't seen Boston in a long time. And, be cool to see what Cape Cod's like. I'd be excited to like get a good result in multi-blind. Show myself that I can compete in a major and not choke. What's up, Elliot? When am I traveling? I'm leaving in 2 days. What's up, Zach? I'm good. beautiful leaves. Sounds nice. We don't really have as much of like fall weather in SoCal as most of the rest of the country, so that'll be nice to see. 69 multi-blind world record. Don't count on that because I'll probably start off by attempting like 64 or something like that, and then unless I get world record on that attempt, there's basically like zero chance I would try 69. What's up, Jay? You live in Boston? Oh yeah, I read that. I'm going to Cape Cod as actually where I'm staying, which is like, it's cool to have a free place and hang out with my sister, but it is like an hour from the venue, and I have to be at the venue at friggin' like 8. I was just looking at the schedule. It's actually so annoying if you're only competing in blind events. The first day, I have to be there at 8:45 because they require you to be at a competitor briefing before your first event, and my first event is 5 blind at like 9:45 a.m. So I have to be there for the competitor briefing at 8:45 a.m. Then I have to submit for multi. Then I have to compete in 5 blind. Then I have multi at like noon. And then I have nothing for 6 hours until the last event of the day, 4 blind, 6 to 6:30. And then the next day, Sunday, I have to be there. The first thing of the day is multi-cube submission at 8:15 a.m. on Sunday. So I have to be there as like earlier than anybody who isn't doing multi, basically. And then the last event of the day on Sunday is the second to last event is 3 blind, and then it's 3x3, and then awards. So I have to be there all day, both days, even though I'm competing in 4 of 17 events. So like 2 12-hour days. It's gonna be brutal. Why aren't you competing in more events? Because the All-Stars format is like extremely strict qualification. So like, I only qualified for blind events. I barely qualified for 3 blind even. So it's very strict. I highly recommend the Weilong V11 Diabolical Froggy, but if you want something cheaper, you can get the RS3 MV5.
Eight seconds. 12 seconds.
Okay, 3 blind. Let's actually lock in today. What's up, Wesley? It's hanging good, I guess. Learning Sarah's Advanced for Scube. Nice. What's up, LSA? What do you recommend when learning 4 blind and 5 blind? That's a bit of a vague question. Like, I don't even know. Are you talking about like a tutorial? Or like what method? Or just how to practice? Oh, I totally did that wrong. Oh my god. Messed up a floating 2 twist elk. What am I doing? My 3 blind cube is pretty loose, but I like it looser than most people, so I don't know if it's very helpful to tell you what I do. I feel like a huge majority of people who try my cube are like, really don't like how loose it is. Yeah, nice. Wesley. Sounds cool. How to practice? For big blind, I think like the main way to practice is just do a lot of solves. Like practice every day. Do like at least a few solves every day. Unless you like with 5 blind, if you're really slow, like do just like 1 solve a day. But put in like a half hour of practice every day at least. I feel like that's like the way to improve at big blind. Like do solves. The only other thing I would really recommend, aside from like when you're learning 3-style, like drilling algs, is write down memo and then read it and execute. And that's like a kind of a way to like do more 5 blind practice without like making your brain super tired. I have the 20 magnet one, Diabolical Froggy. It is really fast at first, but you can slow it down just with like heavy loops. Yeah, use the same cube, 3 blind and 3x3. Dude, what is happening? Have you ever solved with your feet? Yeah. I was around and cubing when that was an official event. And I did every official event. So your current UB-UL swap, the RS2R2S prime one? UL-UB swap. I'm not sure what you mean by UL-UB swap. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean. Nice. Oh, flip. No, the alg I do for that is... I'm not sure what alg you're talking about. It might be... So, like, I do... Which could be basically just, like... that, except done with LUE instead of RS. Which I've never tried, but probably both are good. Damn it, dude. Zach, I think I just kind of have like pretty good mental fortitude or something. I don't know. I've also practiced blind for like a really long time, and so it doesn't tire me out to do a bunch of solves as it like would somebody who's just starting. having the thing where I'm just like not able to freaking remember corners. Really annoying. What's up, Ella? Oh yeah, I think that happens at a different rate depending on the cube, for me at least, LSA. Cause yeah, I've had, like, I feel like when I mained RS3MV5, I had to clean it out and reload it. It was like way too gunky to use, in my opinion, after like a few weeks or a month. But the V11 I've only cleaned out one time since I got it, like several months ago now. And I probably should clean it out soon, but some cubes just like don't need it as much, so I don't know. It depends on the cube. Yeah, I do plan on practicing multi-blind, but just like small attempts, no big ones. Dude. I feel like I'm having both slow turning and bad scrambles. Oh my god. Had such a crazy lockup that like made me lose orientation. I feel like I'm starting to cope and tell myself that it's my nails being too long, and that's why my turning's weird. Do you practice big attempts at all, or is it just better to just practice small ones? I haven't done an unofficial big attempt for like a few months. Like my last 7, I think, big attempts have all been official. And this is kind of like a strat I'm trying out right now. Because I feel like it basically makes memo way easier when I do those big official attempts. And the small attempts like keep me from like getting rusty, and it gets me like still practicing making stories and trying to be accurate and stuff and going fast. Yeah, I do think it's working, Issa. And it's not only like I just got one good result. Like my results in general on those last 7 attempts have been like very solid. Like my last 3 comps, all best of 2 multi comps. My mean of 3 best of 2s is 59 points, which is very good. I also got a 57 mean of 3, rolling mean of 3, and a 56 rolling AO5, 56-33 rolling AO5. Yeah, I've memoed cards. I think I'd like basically on the plane back from Worlds 2019, I just like thought of a system for memorizing cards. I think I just basically used a word for each card. So like something like the letter or the number of the card, corresponding to a letter, and then the suit corresponding to something else, like another letter, basically. So like each card makes a letter pair, and I already have words for those pairs, so I just memorized it that way, and it took me like 10 minutes and maybe like 2 tries or something. I don't know much else in general about other memory sports. I've done numbers as well, but just dabbled in it for like a few days and then stopped. Never goes all out in practice? Huh. Is that for like similar reasons, or is it just because he like doesn't want to injure himself? Nice. That was 9 to 8. Hearts as friends and family, spades, animated characters. Huh. PAO. Interesting. I think I've heard that you should, like at a high level, you should be like memorizing 2 cards with 1 word or something, or like some people do 3 cards with 1 word, which is like a crazy, like quite a large set of words you gotta use for that. Whatever. I actually picked the cube up in the right orientation. That was one where I'm actually gonna try to find the orientation because they didn't drop it very far, but made a 1 week mistake in the process. Mostly to avoid injury. Yeah. I had heard that memory sports, memory athletes, they do this for similar reasons. They will basically do no longer term memory stuff for a long time before a competition for similar reasons, and I'm starting to really believe in that. Dude, I always do this. I don't know how I freaking mess up the last bit of this alg so much. I gotta remember that there's only 2 U2s. I did a 3rd U2. Wait. There's 3 U2s. The problem that... God. I basically mix up the ending of the inverse of this alg with the alg itself. It's a LTCT that I'm talking about, by the way. Well, that's cool. 54 decks shuffled into each other. My 3 blind lately is really lacking. Are there totally different ALGs/execs that very top blinders use that you don't? I mean, yeah, we don't. Well, the 2 questions you asked are not like mutually exclusive. Their exec is, and memo is just faster. Like they are just faster than me at memo and exec because they turn faster and memo faster. Just that's it. We use probably like 90% of the same comms. There are some cases that I use something different, but like I would also imagine that like Cheggins and like Tommy don't use all the same algs either. It's like there's a lot of cases that kind of just come down to like preference of like what you can do faster. Yeah, that was hard, LSA. It took a long time, and I have like strategies for making it easier. Like when I was actively doing that, I would basically like I would have a notepad going in my phone at all times, and whenever I thought of a word that would be good for multi-memo, I would write it down in the notepad, and then I would go home and just like fill in spots that I haven't filled in my list of words. With like basically like take the words that I have in my notepad and like see where they might apply to like letter pairs most comfortably. I am tempted to reset the session. This is so bad. How do you get only timer on screen? You have to use chroma key on OBS. It's a filter. Cards were dealt to him only once. I'm not sure what that means. Hey, what's up, Dennis? Thanks. Ugh. Dude, this is so annoying. What is happening? I probably like really need to clean this cube out, but I'm just gonna leave it. It feels like just like really, really slow and hard to turn accurately. Maybe it's just me, but I find it hard to believe. This might make it too fast. Hope not. Dang it. Dude. Inverse comm. He saw each card in the 280 sequence, 2800 plus sequence only once. and then reproduce the sequence, so he did review but only in his head. Huh. And he did it perfectly? I wonder like what the review system is for that. So there's like a dealer that's showing you a card and then taking it back, and then shows you another card, takes it back, and are they showing it to you in like an even spacing of time? I wonder. Getting like so random, such random times. I'll be like getting nothing but DNFs and 25s and then random 16 out of the blue. Oh my god. My point exactly. 1, 2, 3. That was a hard scramble. Only 8 errors in the dealer and even spacing. Huh. Yeah, I wonder like how he's reviewing things. I'd be shocked. I mean, he must be reviewing. I can't imagine how you do that otherwise. What software do you use to share your CS timer on screen? Is it Twitch? Twitch is a streaming platform. Like, you have to use software in order to stream on Twitch. And the software I use is OBS. How fast should I be before I learn 3-style? You can learn 3-style literally whenever you want. The earlier the better, because that's less time wasted on a slower method. What a scramble, dude. I did that so poorly, but dude, corners were... You probably saw this if you were paying attention. This is what corners were. 2 twist, 2 twist. And then edges were 6 to 5 algs with 2 alg FR float. Yeah, another 16, that is funny. DNF 16, 24 DNF 16. It doesn't allow you to share your screen? What, OBS? Yes, it does. You should Google this. I don't want to like spend my stream walking you through how to stream on OBS. There's tons of stuff if you just Google this. Dude, it's so weird. Why am I so inconsistent right now? Maybe I'm just still warming up. Unk takes like 30 minutes to warm up. What's up, Era? Dude, that scramble was horrendous. Six to 5 alg edges, which is like not bad, but corners were 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 floats to 4 algs. So that was 12 to 9 overall. And I had 2 UFL comms and UFL parity, and then a UBR comm. Tried to cancel. I think I massively messed up. Edges only PB, nice. What do you usually do to warm up for a big event like 3-Line Worlds or Nats Finals? I just do some solves, make sure I'm warmed up, and then, I don't know, try to not think about it. I feel like at things like Nats Finals, it's fun to just like have some banter with friends and take your mind off the stressful thing you're about to do. Because getting in your head about stuff is one of the worst things for me. Like makes me get really nervous. Dang it, dude. Full 2 twists worth it? Yeah, definitely. It's not that much. A lot of them are like mirrors of each other too. Dude, what is happening? I had like 2 massive lockups on 1 alg. think I really need to clean this thing out. I'm coping right now, but my turning is like really annoying me. Catch a break. Oh yeah, 5 Slavs and 3 blind. I mean, there's not much else to know about it. They're gonna do 5 solves per 3 blind round instead of 3. Dude, can I stop? Really? My god, I missed a slice during a comm, like in the middle of a comm, and somehow just like didn't even realize it. Come on. Okay. I use 3 style. You're not gonna get to like sub 20 global without 3 style. I don't think it's really possible. Dang it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Renan. And I responded. Wow, I got an AO5 and a mean of 3. Insane. I messed up that weird alg that I put off learning for forever that I finally learned. I don't know why I messed this up at just like only in solves. It's so annoying. Or DB, or DLDB. Favorite 2-twist? I do not know that alg you're talking about. U, R prime, D prime, R prime, R prime, D prime, R prime, D, R. I do not use that. Favorite 2-twist? I think probably for like this case, which is just like the sexy spam thing. I cannot turn this freaking cube right now. Can't even scramble it. What's up, Damien? Why'd you call me bird? Does my hair look like a bird? No. Dude, come on. Old bird Siggins, yeah, that's me. Oh, Blackbird. I'm talking to Blackbird. Dude, I'm really looking forward to doing Big Blind where turning speed doesn't matter as much. Jesus, dude, what is happening? This is really annoying. Finally, it's like the first good solve in like 10 solves. Thank you. Re-locking in. See you later era. Meh. It's an okay -3 though. What? Oh. Huge mistrace and edges. Dude, this is annoying. I'm so tired of forgetting corners. Dude, I think anyone could beat Stanley Chapel in 4-blind single. Yeah. Just probably it's gonna be a while. I'm sure it'll happen eventually though. Yeah. 12 by 12 aura farming, yeah. People see it in the thumbnail. Nah. Dude, I'm having like pain in my leg. I think from like back nerve pain or something. Dude. about to quint DNF, dude. Gotta lock in. Oh my god. I did a slice the wrong way on a comm. That's so stupid. That was 9 to 8 Alex. I just really need to focus on trying to just turn calmly. Dude, I did the quint DNF SMH. Had a weird fork-loop case there. I did definitely bad solution. What would I do here? Maybe like, no. I guess I should save it for the end and do like, marginally better. Thank you. Did an extra calm, dude. Alright, daily AO12 incoming. What? Huh. Inverse comm? I feel like that must have been an inverse comm. Huh. Ma, it's fine. I was asking right out there. I don't know if that like was meant for this chat. I'm confused. Practice is going a little better finally. I think I just like managed to lock in finally. Rip the daily 8 of 12. I'm gonna stop at 50. I can't remember ever, like literally ever having that case in a solve. It's kind of crazy. I feel like it's like actually possible. I've never had that case in a solve. I just got FDL, DBR, BDL. Extremely rare. Dude. Cool. Okay, that was 2 mistakes. Nice. You use F prime RU. What case was this? F prime RU. Prime R prime D2 RU. Oh, for that FDL case. I do like a huge lefty regrip thing. Which basically sets up into an FDL case. Or a UFL case. Cancels into a UFL hug. Yeah, true. Dude, 2 extra calms and paused. Okay. Can't wait to do 5 blind. my gosh. Is my brain just tired? Interesting scramble. I practiced 4-blind yesterday, but I was also remarking that I pretty much only do 3-blind and 5-blind unless I'm like prepping for a comp. The scramble is like really good edges, or really good corners, really bad edges. So kind of just average overall. All right, last three 3-blind solves. It's because the cat's not in the room. That's probably true. Blind time. Yay. Let's hope my brain can handle 5-blind better than 4-blind today, or better than 3-blind today. %, success rate. Yikes. That is bad. For 3-blind, I mean. Alright. Locking in. That one felt good, so that's kind of annoying. That looks like a DNF of like doing a U instead of a U prime type thing. I probably messed up an insertion during centers somewhere. One passing is one passing though, right? So if you're one passing, how do you push harder? Yeah, I mean, you just trace faster, like what people are saying. There's definitely like levels to one passing. If you try one passing, you would see that. Like you can one pass slowly and you can one pass fast. It's like relevant to the reason why I just kind of gave up one passing, because I basically, like, after loads and loads of practice, just found that, like, I basically either have to, like, one pass really slowly, which ends up not even saving time, or my accuracy is just, like, so bad that it's just not worth it in the slightest. Like, I'll get one good time, one success without like massive amounts of pausing, like every 20 solves or something, or 30 solves. Loud car people. That sounds like literally like the exact same car that drove by during last night's stream. Okay. Dang it, dude. Whoa. Oh. That might have been a completely missed 3 cycle. That's funny. Whatever. Yeah, 221. Let's go. I mean, yeah, if you're trying to one pass, if you're trying to like just get the best single possible and you have like infinite official 4-blind attempts and you don't care about whether or not you like win a given round, then yeah, one pass, I guess. Eventually, like I would have a better single probably if I did that, but just don't care that much about that. I would much rather not DNF like 90% of my solves. I like getting successes. Alright, let's not triple DNF. Yikes, dude. Henrishka wanted to say hi during that. I was like really struggling to focus on center memo for some reason. I mistraced a bunch and then it was just like really hard to make it stick after that. Oh my gosh. What is this lockup? Holy crap. Sheesh. I'll do one more 5 blind and then I'll do some 4 blind. I feel like my brain has just been tired. Brain feels very tired today. I'm old. Gotta lock in. Nice, dude. That scramble was like, I feel like I say this a lot, but that scramble was actually horrendous. It was 5 alg corners, 8 alg midges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. No, 7 alg edges. Still 12 3 blind, and then it was 13 wings, 10 midges or 10 plus centers, and then I think 11 X centers. So that's 46 algs. Jesus. Yeah, the mistake was right at the end. I know exactly where it was. I hesitated when doing a 2 flip, and then I messed up trying to fix what I did wrong. Let's do a few 4 blinds. No floating 2 flips. If I already break into flips for 3 blind, should I ignore the flip set with my buffer? Most people still use that set in multi, yeah, like you're saying. It's good to know. It's not like it never comes up either. Like if you float, you'll have cases where like you have your buffer, like in the scramble, your buffer, and like let's say like these 2 edges are flipped, and you see that immediately, then you just float and you do that 2 flip alg and then like a float. So it's definitely like useful to know in not just multi but like other stuff. I do I do break into flips in multi, but not always. It just kind of depends like how I'm feeling, my think ahead at that point, etc. Oh my gosh, dude. Crazy how much easier 4 blind is than 5 blind. Is M2 method for 3 blind easier to memo and less longer to memo than old Pachman? No. It's the same amount to memo. M2 is just more efficient execution than old Pachman. But M2 also, like, it's kind of problematic in that, like, you have to learn a really bad buffer, like a buffer that is really bad for 3 style. And a lot of people will learn M2, and because it's, like, it's like relatively close in speed to 3 style, like compared to old Pachman, a lot of people will just like stick using M2 until like way too long, basically like wasting a ton of time they could have otherwise been learning 3 style, because M2 like gets you farther, and then you also have to like learn a completely different buffer when you switch to 3 style if you want to use like a good 3 style buffer. Favorite event to practice? That's a tough one. Probably multi-blind or FTO. Maybe 3 blind. Maybe 3 blind. It's up there. Scramble was like impossible for me to decide what to do. It's like so many disjointed bars. The scramble just seems like horrible in every single possible way. I just like do not have the willpower to do it right now. Don't do this. Always try the scramble, but I'm tired. Don't even have a success. You should try harder. It'll feel good to get a success. What kind of time should you be getting before you switch to 3 style? You can switch to 3 style literally whenever you want. Ideally, you switch to 3 style like immediately. Like starting with 3 style would be ideal, because then you don't waste time learning a bad method. What's up, Netzu? Had a feeling that was the answer. Somebody asked me that like an hour ago, so maybe you had that feeling because you heard it in the background. I'm gonna practice blind stuff because I love it, but I also suck at regular 3x3. Am I coping? I mean, you don't have to be good at... I don't know if this is what you're trying to say, but you don't have to be good at 3x3 to practice 3 blind. Yeah, I do, LSA. When I say I don't visualize memo, I try to also make it clear that that doesn't mean I'm not using rooms. I do use rooms. I'm just not visualizing the memo. I'm visualizing the rooms, just not visualizing the memo. What do I think? I think what I answered already. Like, literally do it as soon as you're willing to do it. There's like literally no reason to not do it. The only reason to not learn 3-style is like your own level of motivation to do it. There's like nothing that is stopping you from learning it. Otherwise it won't save you a ton of time. I mean, it doesn't matter, because any time that you are not learning it is time you're wasting, like, that you could otherwise be getting better at 3-style. Right? So like you're basically spending time like practicing a method that you will eventually have literally zero use of. So like all of the execution practice you're getting in the meantime while not learning 3-style is like completely wasted, basically. How many letters is 4 blind? It's around 50-ish. I think I will say the one other reason I mean, when I teach 3 blind, I don't tell people, yeah, learn 3-style right now. obviously one, because of the motivation thing, like most people just won't have, like it's a lot to learn all at once, and like 99% of people just like aren't going to be down to have all that to learn right in the beginning, even if it's like the most efficient way to get fast at 3-blind. That's like only assuming you have like perfect motivation levels and you will like practice and grind through, because like most people stay motivated by being able to like get a success and have these like little milestones of like sub 8, sub 7, sub 5, whatever. But yeah, learning 3-blind and 3-style all at the same time is like a lot of just homework to do before you're actually like getting good times, which sucks. But the other reason is like there is a lot of like when you're new to 3-blind, there's a lot of like mental work that you're doing that you're not used to, that is really draining. And like people are already struggling with just like cycle breaking and keeping track of where they cycle broke and keeping track of what pieces they've already solved and making sure they don't mess up setup moves and mess up undo setup moves and whatever. I guess that wouldn't exactly be like the same issue with 3-style, although setup moves exist. It's like it would just make like things infinitely harder if you start right in the beginning. But yeah, I think like once you're comfortable with like the concepts of 3-blind and you've gotten like a handful of successes, there's like not really any reason for you to not learn 3-style. Is it a good habit to do just edges in the start? Like just practice edges before like doing a full 3x3 blind solve? That's, yeah, not bad to do. What? Okay. Dude, what a weird scramble. I don't even... Okay. It's not a good scramble. Like, look at this. There's so many blocks, but like... So, like, if I pick this orientation, I have those 3 U-face pieces solved, which means I'm very likely going to end up having a cycle break. This is good, but then there's 0 solved on D and B, which is bad. There's 1 solved on R. Wings were pretty average, corners were average. If I pick, let's say, like this orientation, there's a block there and there, literally nothing there, literally nothing there, 1 piece there, nothing there. So that's bad. I get so hung up on scrambles like this, oh my god. This one might be the best, because there's block 3, 1, 1, 0, but then there's only 1 there. This is like every it looks good, but every orientation is like kind of cringe. Optimal buffers for 3-style, UF and UFR. Is that why you like 5-blind better than 4-blind? What, because of the orientation thing? Maybe subconsciously, I don't know. I think I like 5-blind because I'm, like, partially because I'm just better at it, like, relatively. And it just, like, feels good to get successes, like, feels better when you get a success in 5-blind than in 4-blind. It's more of a challenge, which I like. I like challenges obviously. There's a reason I do like bigger and bigger big cubes blind. Come on. That's so funny, dude. That was the most gigantic pause. Natsu, a bunch of us, like, basically, like, top-level multi-blinders left very detailed posts on the WCA forum about why we believe logos shouldn't be allowed for multi in particular. Should check those out. It was on the, it was like, I think last year, like around the end of last year, this was when they proposed the change for allowing logos for 3-blind. And they were also wanting to allow it for everything. And I think it's a really bad idea. I don't want to give my whole explanation, but it's in that post. I average like 10 seconds on regular 3x3 TK2K. Have I had a headache after doing blind? I used to, like early on when I wasn't used to it, but that doesn't really happen to me anymore. Oh my god, not a single bar. Okay. You. That was 10 alg centers. Logos are allowed on centerpieces only on 5 blind? No. It's only allowed on 3 blind. Not allowed on any other event. And yeah, that like delegate disagreeing on things was like basically the only argument presented to lead the WCA to just ban logos altogether for like even if it's unfeelable. Like I think it's kind of common sense. Like I don't know why we can't just like let UV coded cubes with logos slide for like all events. I think that's fine. But like feelable logos in any blind event, I think like just absolutely goes against the spirit of the event because you're getting information from the cube. You can say it's a small difference, but like it's just not. That's like just false. It's not a small difference. I could there's like a case of me missing a world record on multi-blind where if the cubes had logos that I could feel, there's a like serious chance I could have gotten that world record instead, which is just like so silly. And you could say the same thing for 5 blind in multiple cases, I'm sure. But yeah, like, so some delegates could disagree. We have subjectivity baked into the regs in like so many other ways. Oh, the music stopped, yeah. And like subjectivity sucks in some ways, but like it's kind of just inevitable and kind of needed. And I feel like we have a lot of problems in WCA regs where it's just like people don't want there to be any kind of vagueness whatsoever, and then it leads to like so much worse outcomes than there ever would have been otherwise. See frickin' frame counting, sliding issues. Got 3 attempts in multi this weekend. Nice. Yeah, the only reason they allowed it for 3 blind is basically because like at a high level in 3 blind, logos are really not going to matter, and they want to like encourage more newcomers in 3 blind. But I can't imagine, like, seriously, is there like really that many people who don't have a single cube without a logo? Is that a thing? And if you're not going to compete in 3 blind just because you can't use like your main or whatever, that's like a UV printed logo cube, like, were you really going to do 3 blind otherwise? Were you really going to like care? I think the ideal solution is the community pressures cube companies so that instead of just like, I mean, they could just add it on, but it's so silly to me that these cube companies just like with every single cube you get like one of these. Like, who the hell? I've had to throw away like literally hundreds of these. It's like such a freaking waste of plastic. They could just put a extra cap. Like, it's not. There's literally zero reason that they couldn't just put an extra cap. It's just being greedy. and wanting your logo on your cube for like advertising. It's funny too, because like in megamixes, there are multiple megamixes on the market where they include like, what is it? How many extra caps do you need to like replace an entire face with black? And they'll just include that for free. Like it makes no sense that they wouldn't just include a logo-less white center cap with every cube. The only reason they're doing it is because of greed. That's it. Yeah, not to mention like all the like other little accessories they put in cube boxes that I just immediately throw away every single time. God, there's no reason they would include those things, those caps. All right, I'm gonna do some 5 cube attempts. Let's go. Dang it. Messed up an alg. Oops. Would you guys consider a multi-blind at-home PV with UV logos legitimate? Yeah. I don't think it really matters. Full floating? Yeah, Natsu. What's up, Korean guy? Most piercings in 24 hours are most walnuts broken by fists. Yeah. It's kind of bizarre. the thing that is weird about it is just like the fact that these people like feel the need to do this thing that is like literally just a world record because it's so random and nobody else has tried to do it. And it's like, I feel like the pathology of like, why are you proud of that? Like, that's interesting to me. Like, sure, Guinness can do this because it's like, it gets engagement from people thinking it's weird. I get it. But yeah, I think it's kind of odd that like anybody even can like feel proud of that. Unless like the world record is like genuinely impressive. It can happen where it's like super weird and random and probably something that literally nobody else has ever tried to do, but at the same time like really impressive feat. But I think like 99% of the time it's just not. World record for 3x3 single while skydiving is like 15 seconds or something ridiculously uncompetitive. I don't know if it's fair to say that's uncompetitive unless you've tried solving a cube while skydiving, or if you've ever skydived at all. I've never skydived before, but can you imagine even trying to just hold a cube while skydiving with the amount of wind? It's probably so hard. For him to get 15 seconds is kind of impressive, honestly, if you ask me. Dude could average like 8 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised. Ping pong balls thrown on shaving cream that's on bald guys' heads. Yeah. I think Guinness like does this stuff like as rage bait sometimes. It's 28 seconds? Oh, okay. That does seem pretty uncompetitive, but at the same time still. I imagine if I tried to do that, I might get like a 20 and I average 10. That sounds like actually really difficult. It's probably hard to see with all the wind. Like, next time you're like driving and you're in the backseat of a car on the freeway, stick your head out the window with a cube and see how fast you can solve it. That's like probably not even like the amount of, it's definitely not even the amount of wind you would be experiencing while skydiving, but it's like maybe an estimate. It'd probably be really hard. Nice. Oh, wow, those splits. That's funny. Almost identical splits. 0.3 off. That was good for the scrambles. I think 3 blind was 11 to 10. Don't remember actually, I want to check. What's up, Stash? I just vaguely feel like that was a bad scramble set, so that's cool to get 231. What was this? No. Oh, I was looking at the wrong scramble. Oh, 3 blind was 9.5, like 9 with a floating 2 flip. The first was 10 floated to 10, because multi-float didn't save an alg. And it was, actually the scrambles were decent. I don't know why I misremembered. So this one was 9.5 to 8.5. This one was 11 to 10. This one was oh, this one was 11 to 10. I'm gonna go ahead and say don't stick your head out of a car window to cube. Maybe in a safe environment if no other cars are nearby. UFLULD. I do it like this. So oops. I do like a thumb, but probably if you can, I'm just bad at the lefty like pull, but that's probably the best way to do that. I just like miss all the time, but that's probably the best way to do that, I would say. Driving. Bad. The push-ups per wrong piece, yeah. That was fun. What's up, Z Fast Hands? Alright, let's continue with these 5 out of 5s. Dude, come on. Really? I had a feeling I mechanical twisted on one, but dang it. Oh, I just realized what it was. I just guessed one wrong edge pair. Skipped competing in 6x6 just to keep doing relays. I skipped something. I think I skipped competing in clock or something. Oh no, I might have skipped Mega Minx. I think that's what it was. Because I was like extremely unlikely to even make cutoff. Not Mega Minx. The best events. I think I actually made 6x6 cutoff. I think it was 215. Let me see. Oh yeah, it was 215 and I got 204. That was a decent mean, 208. Did pretty well. 261st place with a 208 mean. I also got a good 7x7 mean at Worlds. I got a 314 mean. I think cutoff there was like 330. It was a lot easier to hit. Mega Minx sucks? Whoa. You're gonna get banned, bro. Message deleted. Damn. Stash banned and unbanned Stefan. Authoritarian mod. Rogue mod. Nice. Consistent. Are these relays that I was in too, Natsu? Yo, nice, Yomi. Thanks, PDK. I use RS3 and V5 dual adjusts for multi-blind McCarley. Oh yeah, I wasn't like worried about you posting or anything, Natsu. What LTCT for FUL, FUL twist BUL? Do you mean this case where it twists that way? So like here, here, and then twist that to that? I do. So it uses an R3. Oh yeah, I remember that. McCarley Jaden. That's BUR. Oh, BUL. Derp. BUL. That one's like very standard. This case, here, here, that. It's just. It's basically like a calm canceled with a soon. Did you buy a cube lot to get so many, or did you have to order a lot of one cube over and over? I bought them all at the same time off of Alibaba, and it was like $300, so it was like around a bit over $4 per cube. And yeah, I had to break them all in and lube them. Took a very long time. Nice Korean guy. Good cube. Okay, let's get another 5 out of 5. fix that. Damn it. Those are pretty good scrambles. Wow, dude, that's an inverse comm. Inverse of a float. That's annoying. Inverse comm in one move. Having multiple cubes is good for all learning because you can just go through all the cubes for every case. Oh, for alg learning? I've never done that. I think you should just use an alg trainer, like a alg training website for doing that. It's like just miles more efficient. You can do that if you want, if you think it's fun, but I think a website is a way better idea. Okay, no more stupid exec mistakes. Dude, those scrambles sucked. So, I'll take it. Really hard scrambles, sheesh. Do all of your multi-cubes feel pretty much identical? Probably depends who you ask. I think it's like some people are pickier than others. I think they feel more or less all the same. Yeah. They definitely didn't for a while until I cleaned out and relubed all of them. And I think the main thing that is keeping them all feeling the same now is that, one, I'm not using them at all for small multis. I feel like doing that gets some broken in more, and I need to like relube them, stuff like that, and it just makes it all kind of uneven. So I'm not using them for small attempts, so I think that leaves them all basically feeling the same. And I think the one thing that makes some of them feel different is that they're not like perfectly tensioned the same. I just like don't have a good way of tensioning them great. How you do centers blind on 6 and up if you use 3 style, how would that even work? Because I do have 6 blind attempts with you too. And I have to do them on the right and left side. I'm not sure what you mean by the right and left side. I just use 3 style. I don't know if there's much else to be said, because 3 style is just commutators. Like it can apply to any piece type. So. After visualizing the room, do you also visualize your memo as a story and place it inside the room? No, I don't visualize my stories. I just think about the story conceptually while I visualize the room. Come on, dude. Tip of my tongue ass memo. Damn it. I want it. Damn it, dude. Wow. That's like multiple move mistake right there. Decent memo. See you, Natsu. You do U2 for the centers on the right and switch to do them on the left. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just... I'm confused. I don't know why you would do that. Like, why wouldn't you just use the buffer on the left? Highly recommend just using 3-style. It's confusing to learn at first, but for centers in particular, 3-style is like pretty simple. What year did you realize you were top cuber and one of the best blinders? Probably like 2018. Or maybe late 2017, because that was when I got a 41 and a 42 multi, and then I was like, okay, I'm actually like close to beating the world record at home. Like world record was 41 points when I got that, and at that point there was very few people who had gotten even close to beating the world record at home. Basically like Mark and Shivam and Camille, and that was about it. So yeah, at that point I was like, oh, I'm pretty good. Why is your Twitch Sigalig? That was like the first username I made on the internet way back in the day. What target do you first think to float to in corners? UFL. Because that's my second priority buffer. Okay, I'm gonna do a few more. Another hard scramble set. Let's get an easy one. I can knock out another 212 like yesterday. Yo, you got this Korean guy. They're short buffers, easy to learn. The world record for 5 is my PB from like literally 5 years ago, 209. And I've gotten 212, I think, like at least 3 times since then. And 212 is still my PB too. When I got that, it was PB by like over 10 seconds, I think. I think I literally skipped the 210s. I went from like 220 to 209. It was a crazy fluke. Thanks, Cole. I'm never like counting on beating it because I just like I need to get lucky to beat that. It's so fucking hard to beat. For multi, I use the dual adjust RS3MB5s, but when I'm doing these small attempts, I'm using my maglev ones because I have 8 maglev RS3MB5s that I've just bought over time by like winning gift cards, basically. Okay. Lock in. That was a good scramble set that I kind of performed poorly on, unfortunately. Good amount of 5 out of 5s today. I think I started at 1798, so I've done 1, 2, 3. I've gotten 4 5 out of 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 out of 9. It's good accuracy. Oh, nice. Lord username I'm not gonna read out loud. Yeah, 3 blind is fairly luck-based. It is cool though that at a high level it gets less luck-based because of learning more and more alg sets. Oh, the official 5 out of 5, that's funny. Yeah, I think going for n out of n officially is just kind of like wasting attempts. Obviously, like every attempt I do is an n out of n attempt, but not like realistically going for n out of n, really. Doing attempts where n out of n is extremely unlikely to happen. Did I duplicate? No. Yeah. Okay. Just a few more. Oops. Dang it. That's annoying. Inspired you to change your username? Good. Okay, I think I will do one more, and then I will be done.
Dude, this is so annoying.
Flexing my brain so hard. Rip. I want to do one more. Tired of forgetting stuff. How do you forget memo quickly? Are you asking, like, how do you clear out palaces? Or are you asking why I'm forgetting things? I average like 10 on 3x3. I have like a barely sub 10 AO100 and like a mid 10 AO1000. Used too much brain energy today? Not possible. I feel like doing sessions like this where you're just like grinding blind stuff non-stop for like 3 hours straight. It's good. It's good for the mental endurance. It makes doing like a single multi-attempt feel super like a walk in the park. Nice. That was really good exec. That's funny. Those splits are very unbalanced. Oh, yeah. The palaces. It's... I don't really know any way to clear out palaces quicker aside from like... If you're safetying really hard, like way too hard, it'll stick too much. But you need it, like, finding just like the optimal amount of review to do to just make it stick for an hour is good, not only for like just efficiency's sake to fit in as many cubes as you can in 1 hour, but also it'll make it so it doesn't stick for like super long. Like over reviewing in multi-blind is definitely a thing people do. But aside from that, like, I don't really have any tips for it. I just make a bunch of memory palaces. I have 6 memory palaces that I use for multi, and yeah, I just cycle through them so that I don't have to use any that I used recently. Okay. I'm gonna rate somebody. Liam's like weird food thing is always so bizarre. Alright, Damien. I'm tired. Thanks for watching.